Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Donnie Williams Show. I'm Todd Anderson. You're probably asking yourself, why is this called the Donnie Williams Show if you are Todd Anderson? And the answer to that is this. A guy who I went to high school with, a guy from my hometown, his name is Donnie Williams, sent me a Facebook message suggesting that the videos that I do on Blursh are silly and there's no need for me to try to be funny, and maybe I should just do a show where I'm not being funny and I just talk about my career. Now, this sort of navel-gazing kind of thing is not my bag, and it's often something I make fun of. Also, I have a podcast called Two Out of Work Actors Bitching with my friend Lombardo Boyar. But he said, Donnie said that it would be better if it was just me. So I'm doing this at the behest of Donnie Williams. So hence the Donnie Williams Show. Now, a lot of times I can be very negative about my career in show business. I've written a book. I've got multiple podcasts. I've done multiple web series, essentially making fun of the industry in which I work. But to challenge myself, I decided I'm going to make this more of a positive thing. Here's some cool things that have happened in my career. So I'll start the first episode. I'll tell you a quick story because this preamble's already too long. When I was a kid, I was in high school back when I knew Donnie Williams, and I did stand-up comedy. It was actually a part of my senior project. So for my senior project, I went out to stand-up clubs and watched stand-up comedy, and I worked up a stand-up act of my own. And then part of the final presentation was to do my 5 minutes at an open mic night, which I did at Catch a Rising Star in Harvard Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I brought a lot of people with me because, I had a high school, and I was like, come see me do a show. So a lot of people from my high school, moms and dads and friends and all that, came. It was very nice. And I did very well. I would say I pretty much killed my 5 minutes. We're good. Granted, the audience was stacked. And there was a lot of grumbling from the professional comics and a lot of rudeness and brusqueness and what business does this high school kid have coming in and doing a show. But then this one guy came up to me as I was sort of standing in the back of the club wondering why I was so despised by these comics, a lot of whom I had seen in the preceding weeks and enjoyed. And he said, you know what, man, don't listen to these guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's great. You're doing great. And that man's name was David Cross. If you know the show Mr. Show from HBO, or David also still does stand-up comedies. Pretty brilliant. Anyway, that was a heartwarming moment for me and a moment of encouragement. And those don't always come fast and furious in the biz. So it was something that I'll never forget. So thanks, David. And Donnie, I hope this is what you wanted. This has been a Blursh production. Blursh!